me. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you
Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He finds his man, complete. It's Little. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
To throw on second down. Cherry. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Cherry. He finds his man. Complete. It's Day. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
1st and goal from the 3. Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Throwing on first down. Cherry. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Off the play fake. Cherry. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Murray. Smith catches left side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Murray. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off the last.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers. And they went after that one and took it all the way.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So out now come the Cardinals. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will start with Connor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Murray now to throw. Flush to his right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Murray now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw is Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Cherry, the quick slant caught. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
For a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing now is Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. First down, Murray. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running right on the option is Murray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jeffrey Simmons drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, Cherry. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Cherry. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz. 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Cherry. A bullet throw, but incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off play action. Cherry sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the gun on third down, Cherry. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where you see the final score there. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head over to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the New York Jets and the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Day. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Byron Murphy there on the tackle. 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. It's Day. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll try the left side. It's Day. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. Cherry. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
On 1st down, Cherry over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 2nd down now. It's Day, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Off the play fake, Cherry. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Little. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd down, it's Day, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, And they'll spot it right at the 20. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 10. Murray now. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Shotgun now from Murray. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Throwing again, Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Open man is Antonio Gandy-Golden. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Murray getting this complete to Connor. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Day. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Cherry over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So the Cowboys in possession of football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 14-10, a minute 53 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Murray, he's used to moving fast in Oklahoma. He'll get his guys up to the line. And incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Murray to throw. He's got Connor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. They're going to run. Here's Connor. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On first down, it's Day. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they take a knee. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.